Hello everybody, my name is Hugo Griffin and welcome to the part 2 of the Testing Chamber Let's Play. If you hadn't, go and watch the previous one. I know that a couple people have reached out to me saying that they want to see more 3 Scary Games and that this series is a little dragged on, but I know, but we're getting there. This should be almost done. But I promise you, you're going to have a lot of fun with this last game. I'm putting a lot of effort into it. Let me know what you think, and let's get to it. Now I'm a greaser. Hello everybody, my name is Hugo Griffin, and welcome to part 2 of the Test Chamber. If you saw the first one, a lot of stuff happened, but not really. But I feel that we are about to get really deep into it. I'm so excited to get into it with you guys and delve deeper into my own psyche as well as maybe even yours. Alright, yeah, let's just get right into it so I don't waste any of you guys' time. Today I've got tea instead. Alright, I'm ready, my little guy. He's ready, I'm sure. So, let's get right to it. We get sparklies. Something is reflecting firelight and giving off a slight glimmer from in between the broken tiles of the floor. What would you like to do? Let's inspect it. Of course. You reach out and grab the glimmering object. It's caked in dirt and filth except for a slight metallic edge. You rub the object between your fingers to clean off the muck. A wisdom token. Oh, there we go. We got another wisdom token. Decisions have been noted. Awesome. It's exciting. Oh, we got another butterfly. I still don't know if I'm supposed to be doing this or not, but I feel that I have to. One of the wings appears to be singed and scarred with burn marks. We need to pull the wings off the butterfly and put it into a small lockbox. We got another butterfly wings. What are you going to say to me now that makes me feel bad, dude? Some treat others how they are treated. Some treat others how they wish they had been treated. The feel of their wings wiggle in your fingers. It's intoxicating, isn't it? Well, I'm not fully sure about that. An old dusty clock sits on the wall. There appears to be a large crack going down the center. I mean, I don't see it, but whatever you say. Hands of the clock have stopped at 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's different. In the last one, it was like 5, 5, 5 or something. A twinkling light radiates from a crystallized object on the floor. You hear a whispering coming from the shadows whenever you gaze on the object. Let's take it. You reach out and grab the twinkling object. It appears to be encrusted flower, crystallized and preserved over time. Let's go. Alright, here he is. Was it? He's really, really hard to see. She loves me not. Oh. A small ritualistic altar written on the dirty floor. Coins sit among the candles, all surrounding a picture of a mirror. Among the coins, you notice there's a particular that's only half of a coin. What would you like to do? Only half of a coin? I mean, it's an altar. This veil when saw this before you, her eyes fixate on you. What would you like to do? Let's give her a wisdom token. You lay the token at the statue's feet, you hear a voice echo in your mind. Character and reputation are two different things. Pay attention to your character, for that is what you are. Your reputation, however, is what others think you are. You'd be wise to pay attention to the difference. Okay? You have paid tribute and received a blessing of wisdom. Alright. Sign of a door has been knocking in the distance. Okay. Hello. Who are you? You've come across the skeletal remains of what appears to be a recent snack for some ferocious creature. Torn pieces of flesh cling to the bone, but there's not much left on the corpse. You inspect. Bloody remains emit a great deal of warmth, which suggests that the unfortunate victim was eaten while they were still alive. Most likely within mere minutes of your arrival in this chamber. Well, good thing I'm a skeleton, or else I'd be next, but... Okay. Let's go and do this. An old journal made from thick animal skin parchment sits atop the wooden table. Let's fill in these questions. You begin to read the questions from the journal. You ink your answers upon the pages using a vial of crimson liquid. Do you believe that you do enough to help others in need? I think so. Do you believe that you can rely on those around you to take care of you if need be? I think so. Do you ever see things that aren't really there? Not anymore, but I used to. Have you ever been woken up from a deep sleep from the sensation of falling? Yeah. Not anymore, but yeah. There's nothing to fear but fear itself. Do you agree with this statement? Yeah. Have you lied to someone within the last week? No. Do you sometimes make promises that you just can't keep? I'm sure. I think everybody does. Would you consider yourself to have a guilty conscience? No. Do you often worry about others? Yes. Do others often worry about you? I don't think so, no. Have you ever trusted someone entirely without question? Yeah. Would you consider yourself to be emotional? No. Do you ever feel the presence of someone in the room with you even when you're alone? Yes. Do you believe that everything in life will work out exactly the way it's supposed to? No. Life is very, very difficult and different. Do you ever hear random knocking noises around you? Yes, it's happened before. Yay! Alright. And wait a minute. Oh no! It's the photogram! Alright, that was that. And it looks like the lag has cleared up, which is nice. Okay, so I can't use another wisdom token. It's an altar and it's a donation. If I take the coin, that's bad. No, I'm not taking it. Alright, let's go to the left door this time. Before you stands an old wooden door with an iron handle. Let's go in. They want to have a very punch. The leftovers. Oh no. A putrid stench emanates from somewhere in this room, permeates your nostrils, and makes you retch violently. Yeah, I agree, dude. Alright, there's the questions. What do we got here? A rotting plate of God knows what sits on the filthy, blood-splattered floor. Maggots crawl in and out of the rotting refuse, and flies swarm in a heap. What would you like to do? Walk away? Just walk away. This is probably for the best. Yeah, I agree. An old dusty clock sits on the wall. You can see a reflection of the room in the case of the clock. However, you cannot see your own for some odd reason. Interesting. The ends of the clock have stopped on 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're getting somewhere. That's for sure. What do we got up here? Another butterfly. Butterfly. Small butterfly flutters near you. It doesn't put up much of a struggle as you attempt to capture it. What would you like to do? The wings. Begin to pull apart the butterfly and stuff them into a small lockbox. Hooray! The heart tells me I'm supposed to do it, but any part that's next makes me feel like I'm not supposed to. You can't love who you are if you hate how you got here. Do you understand how fortunate you are, Wanderer? To be you instead of them? It feels like the Watcher is judging me a lot. Let's grab another one. Take the object. I have a feeling if I collect all of these, then, you know, things will happen. Reach out and grab it, and where's he coming? Boom, always right there. She loves me not. Okay, we got another lockbox. An old wooden crate burst before you, locked and chained shut. A handprint appears to be carved into the chest, along with a set of words. 2 words are as follows: food and water. What would you like to do? Well, is it that you can survive a long time without food and subsist solely off of water? I can't remember. Editing will prove me otherwise, I'm sure. Let's walk away from now. Oh, we got another thing. A wooden grave marker tethered with rope sits before you. Let's read the grave marker. Rest in peace, envy. Alright. Jealousy and envy are our internal consciousness and confession of our own inferiority, and an admittance of another superiority for what it is we feel. We ourselves are lacking within us. Swing. All right. Rest in peace, envy. Alrighty. Alright, let's do the questions, and then we'll move on to doing the other stuff. An old journal. Is blank spaces. Let's fill in the blank answers. Then we're going to read the questions from the journal. Crimson liquid. Would you consider yourself to be reserved? No, not anymore. Would you consider yourself to be unstable at times? Sure. Do you feel like you're constantly having to defend yourself to others? Not constantly, no. Have you ever stood up for someone who you probably shouldn't have? No. Has anyone ever stood up for you during a time where you were in the wrong? I don't think so. Would you give your life to save someone else's even if that person might not deserve it? Probably, yeah. Do you value other people's happiness over your own? Probably, actually. I like to make people happy. I try and keep myself happy, but I like to make other people happy more. So. Would you consider yourself to be selfish at times? No. Would you consider yourself to be selfless at times? Yes? Do you ever feel like others judge you without getting to know you? Yes, all the time. I'm a very sweet person, but a lot of people judge me. I have tattoos, I'm tall, and sometimes intimidating. So, yeah. You typically make friends with people who are very similar to you. No, I can make friends with anybody. Would you consider yourself to be a loner? Not at all. Would you consider yourself to be shallow at times? No. Do you ever judge a book by its cover? No, I do not. Do you ever feel manic at times? No. Finishing your final answers. And what do we got? It's the Spooky Pentagroo. The final page of the journal appears to be considerably torn. Let's take it. Yay, torn page journal. Yay! Alright. Now let's go and see what this is. A decrepit wooden bucket sits on the dirty floor, the note sitting at the bottom of the bucket. Upon further examination, you notice a crude dagger along with the note. The note itself reads, "No sacrifice, no entry." Okay. I'll cut myself with the dagger, probably, if I need a sacrifice. You press the crudely shaped dagger against the palm of your hand and close your fingertips around the blade until you feel the sharp pain of your flesh being severed. Warm blood begins to flow freely from your palm of your hand and fill the bucket. As the bucket fills with blood, something flows to the top. A wisdom token. There we go. Acquire the wisdom token. I think a lot of people might recognize this bucket from the first game. Alright. Sound of a door unlocks from distance. Alright. I think I will go for water. Yeah, let's go for water. The chain on the chest breaks with a loud metal clank. The contents of the chest are yours for the taking. I've acquired a glass bottle of water. Nice. Choice 7 made, Wanderer. Awesome. Alright, and what do you think, guys? Let's do double left. Yes, let's go through it. Double left. 2 lefts and left in a pod. 2 lefts in a pod. The left jewel pod. You hear the sound of small critters scurrying around in the darkest corners of the room. Okay. My game has been saved. Oh, that's just that, like that, huh? Small butterfly flutters near you. A small shard of glass is embedded in its wing. Well, I'm gonna put it out of its misery. Yep, there we go. Another butterfly wing. We are not giving a good life nor a bad one. We are, however, most certainly given a life. Imagine if that were you on the other end, as your arms were ripped from your body. See, I feel wrong doing it now. An old dusty clock sits on the wall. The wooden case is splintered and falling apart. I hope picking all those butterflies doesn't affect anything. The hands on the clock have stopped at 1:24. 12:24. Got it. We got another, whatever. Oh, it's different. It's almost entirely covered with sticks, leaves, and other debris that was most likely collected by a small critter of sorts. A petal. Yeah, the petal. Flower petal. And where's he going to pop up this time? Here. In fact, I can't see him at all. Interesting. There's a hole in the wall. There appears to be a small opening in the bottom corner of the stone wall. What would you like to do? Let's look into the hole. Why not? As you attempt to look in the hole, you hear a squeaking of a small critter hiding in the darkness. It doesn't appear to want to come out, and your hand is much too large to fit into the hole.
That's not good.
A loud crashing noise can be heard, along with what sounds like the cries of an unknown creature somewhere in the room. Oh, that's not good. Creature? Creech? Oh, no. Mirror. Oh, no. Let's give the wisdom token. Shard of glass in her hand. Interesting. You lay the token at the statue's feet. You hear the voice echo in your mind. Understanding requires much more depth than knowledge. Perhaps many know you, but how many understand you? You've paid tribute and received a blessing of wisdom. Your decision has been noted and your mark has been left. The sound of a door unlocking can be heard in the distance. Let's do these. Wait, is there 2 here? Or am I just stupid? I'm probably just stupid. Yeah, that's probably right. We're gonna read the questions from the journal. Have you ever feared what may lurk in the darkness as you try to sleep at night? Have I ever? Yes. Do you find that you get bored easily when you're on your own? No, I have a lot to do typically. Do you often find ways to keep yourself entertained? Yes. Would you say that you're someone who enjoys their own company? Yeah? Do you typically get along well with others? Yes. I got a lot of friends. All my friends, they good. Would you consider yourself to be stubborn? Trick question? No. Would you consider yourself to be argumentative? No. Are you usually right when it comes to disagreements? Usually, I would think, yeah. Nowadays. If I'm wrong, I admit it. But yes. Would you consider yourself to be egotistical at times? No, I don't think so. Have you ever had an inflated opinion of yourself? No. Have you ever had a low opinion of yourself? Yes. Do you typically have a low opinion of others? No. Does meeting new people make you anxious? Sometimes, but not generally. Have you ever fantasized about living in a world all by yourself? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be the center of your own universe? No. You finish inking your final answers, and something spooky's about to happen. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There it is! The final page of the journal is considerably torn. Let's take it. Alright. Decision tab is noted, and my mark has been left. Alright. Let's go check out this mirror that's covered in blood and totally isn't a bad sign. A pool of blood has formed on the floor where you stand. The mirror on the wall seems to have been shattered by some unknown entity. Okay. Should we go triple left or right? Let's go right. I've done a lot of lefts and rights in my day. I definitely have. The music room. Oh, how fun. That's definitely better than Leftovers or whatever the previous one was. Faint sound of music can be heard coming from somewhere. Nice. The game's been saved. There's the book. Here we go. We can grab another thing. Take the object. Reach out. Take the object. Boom. Acquired it. And he's over there. You can barely see him, but he's there. She loves me. Not sure about that, man. Pile of bones rest carefully stuffed into a broken stone wall. Various insects and critters scurry between the skeletal remains of some poor unfortunate soul. Among the bones, an old worn, tattered piece of parchment rests crumpled and rolled. Let's take it. Reach your hand to the wall and wrap your fingers around the parchment before quickly yanking it out. You have acquired a treasure map! Oh, cool. Yeah, let's check that out. X marks the spot on this old tattered treasure map that's clearly seen better days. It seems to want to take you to an unknown island you've never heard of. Well, that's not very useful. What do we got? We got a pot, and we got another butterfly. Flutter's near you. The wing is caked in clay-like substance. Let's put it out of its misery. In a bowl and put it in the lockbox. Yes, there we go. You are worthy of the love that you bestow upon others. Okay? I envy you, Wanderer. Truly, I do. Oh, that one wasn't that bad. All the other ones, you made me feel really bad, but that one, I feel nice about that one. The old dusty clock sits on the wall. A musical note appears to be carved at the bottom of the clock's case. The hands have stopped on 3, 4, 5. Oh, we got a piano. But first, let's look at this thing. A dusty clay vase sits on the ground before you. When you peer into it, the bottom appears to be shrouded in darkness. Okay. What would you like to do? Smash it! The vase a mighty kick with all its power and strength. Ka-chow! Glimmering between the broken pieces of the vase is a small coin. Wisdom coin. Decision has been noted. Son of a door unlocked. I wonder if I did the other thing, it would be different. An old organ rests against the stone wall. It's caked in thick cobwebs. Spiders skitter quickly across the keys. Let's play the organ. Place your hands on the dusty, spider-infested keys and begin to play a few notes. Oh. Last I checked, that was an organ and not a piano, and this sounds like a piano. As you continue to play the notes, you hear a distant sound of a violin playing along with you, coming from somewhere in the darkness. Interesting. Weird. Oh, okay. That's against the stone wall. It's caked in thick cobwebs. Spiders skitter quickly across the keys. Okay. That's everything in here besides the notebook. So let's do that real quick. Fill in the blank answers. Read the questions from the journal. Do you ever take dangerous or unnecessary risks even when the reward probably isn't worth the consequences? Yeah. Do you ever do things for the thrill or the adrenaline rush that... Yes. Oh, stay away. That thing is haunting me, I swear. If you knew that your death would be the fault of your significant other, and the only way to avoid your death was to break contact with them forever, would you do it? Probably. It'd suck, but yeah. If you could know the death dates of everyone that you care about, would you want to know? Probably. Would you consider yourself to be a jealous person? No. Would you consider yourself to be insecure at times? Sure, everyone is. Would you say that you do well under pressure? Yes. Have you ever considered leaving Earth forever? Yeah. Like going to space? Yeah. Do you ever pray? Yes. If you could travel back to a previous period in time, would you? Probably. If you could fast forward your life without having to currently live it, would you? No. Do you believe in true evil? No. I think everyone is inherently good. Just some people are on the wrong path. It's better to kill than be killed. Do you agree with this statement? Yes. Is there someone in your life currently that you fear? No. To your knowledge, has anyone ever been afraid of you? No. Yes. No. Yeah. Yes? Finishing getting your final answers. Ah! Final page. Considerably torn. Let's take it. Take it! Yeah! Decision have been noted. Doors open. Nice. Alright, is that it in here? I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. We went right. So, let's go right again. Double righty. Righty-tighty. Yes, let's go through it. Push the door! The distinct aroma of old musty books sweep across the room. Okay. Game has been saved. Nice. Alright, we're in a library. Oh, butterfly. Small butterfly flutters near you. One of its wings is pierced with a small metal object. Give me those wings. You gotta end the suffering of these boys. It sucks that they have to die, but I'm just saying. How can you expect the world to change if you remain the same yourself? How many of these do you think you'll end up collecting, Wanderer? Do you think it will ever get old? Hearing their brittle wings snap from their abdomen. Stop being mean to me. Something doesn't feel right about the books that rest on the shelves before you. It's almost like they're not quite what they seem. Perhaps they're not even books at all? Maybe. Some of these books almost look familiar to you. Perhaps they're alternate versions of something you've read before. Interesting. Shelves packed full of dust. Old books line the walls of this room. None of these books seem to be written in a language you've seen before. The wood used to be... These shelves almost seem as though it were rotted before the shelves were actually constructed. The books themselves are not in much better condition. I gotta finish my tea. Gross, it's cold. Lone bookshelf. The books on this shelf appear to be covered in ash and soot. They look as though they've barely survived a fire at one point in time. Okay. One book in particular appears to be unburnt. As a matter of fact, it doesn't even look like it belongs with the other ones on the shelf. Let's read it. You flip through a few pages of the mysterious unburned book until stopping on a page. I didn't read the rest of that. Well, thank you, though. There are various depictions of human-like figures morphing into small critters. Their arms and legs shrink. Their torsos turn into smaller abdomens. And some of them even sprout wings. Oh, they're people? The book has detailed a passage of various things you might encounter. Reads as follows. To the trapped souls who seek vindication and absolution, read on. You believe that your soul has been wrongfully kept within the confines of the testing chamber. You may undergo the trials of wisdom and attempt to free yourself from the halls and relinquish all captivity, severing the bonds that shackle you to this prison. One of the first steps in this process is finding the old hag that wanders these halls and paying a tribute of her choosing. Once the hag has agreed to assist you, she will bestow upon you a transmorphication spell which you can turn into a creature of your choice. Many choose to become butterflies as it's easier to get around and you can make yourself more or less noticeable by sticking to the shadows, only venturing into the light when you deem it necessary. This also allows you to keep yourself in range of threats and down low and the inner wanderers to do so by foot. Once the transmogrification has taken full effect, you must seek out the wanderer and offer your life to them. Oh. The wanderer accepts you must bestow upon them a blessing of knowledge that may aid them in their journey. If the watcher deems your blessing worthy of your freedom, then your soul shall be forever freed from the testing chamber. Where your soul travels after this process is complete is still unknown. But one thing is for certain. No soul who has ever left these halls has ever returned. Signed, Alice. Okay, so I feel better about the butterflies then. Because that means I am helping people get out of the testing chamber. Interesting. You close the book and carefully slide it back into the place on the bookshelf. Interestano. Another bookshelf. Cobwebs envelop the old tombs, and many of the pages no longer remain intact. There appears to be one book left on the shelf that is noteworthy condition, and it might still be legible. Let's read it. You flip through a few pages of the well-known book of the well-kept book until stopping on a page with something of interest to you. It appears to be a handwritten page of some sort, perhaps a journal or diary. Perhaps it's just an open letter to anyone who may find it. It reads as follows. I don't know who's going to read this. Hell, I've barely touched anything in this place since I got here. A few things I've come to realize since I've been trapped in these halls. For starters. Yes. It appears that there are foul magics at play here. I've found grisly ritualistic altars, human sacrifices, half-eaten corpses, mass graves of nameless bones, and worse, if you can even imagine worse, that is. I've also met a few wanderers in my journey through these halls. I've shared a few words and have had some knowledge bestowed upon me. I helped the woman escape from a grotesque abomination, only to find out that she was a witch with a hankering for human flesh. No one, and no thing here, is to be trusted under any circumstances. And to be quite honest, the longer I spend within the testing chamber, the more I can understand why. From what I understand, the only way out of this place is to find a sacred mirror of some sort. Without the mirror, our souls are forever lost in purgatory, doomed to endlessly wander these halls for eternity. Many come seeking answers. Few make it out alive. I've yet to see anyone survive here for longer than a day or two, and I'm beginning to think that I'll be no exception. Through constant exploration and ruthless amount of digging, my studies have led me to a conclusion that this place was originally built to keep souls of the damned from escaping the eternal prison. But whoever built this place wanted something good to come from their presence. Other wanderers I've spoken to believe that the souls who were trapped here offer wisdom and guidance based on their mistakes in their past lives. A veiled woman used to wander through these halls until she was turned to stone, but she assured caretaker, guiding light, crossing paths of worst entities that roam these halls. Some claim that everything here is evil. I'm not so sure about it. I was told that if I came here, I would gain the answers I sought. I don't even know if that's a possibility at this point. My skin has begun to rot off its bones, and I can no longer live. I can last the journey to screaming like hell. To be quite honest with you, I don't even know if I'm still alive anymore. And if I am, I don't know how much longer that's meant to last. Signed, a wanderer. Interesting. So I gotta get to the sacred mirror. I think if I bring all those butterflies' wings to the mirror, they will escape purgatory. I'm not gonna talk to that witch, though. Close the book and safely climb back to the bookshelf. Okay, let's look at this. Wood engraved marker. Let's read it. Here rests gluttony. Some feel as though gluttony is a trait of self-serving who disregard what actions may spell doom for others. Gluttony is also an escape from reality that consuming one from within. Rest in peace, gluttony. An old dusty clock sits on the wall. Cobwebs litter the clock and is making it difficult to read the positions of the hands. The hands of the clock have stopped frozen on 11:11. Okay, we got another box. And it's all up here. Awesome. Let's get this real quick. Fallen from the nearby... Ashes fallen from the nearby bridge are dimming and twinkling slightly. Reach out and grab the twinkling object. You're just being crusted. Yep. And where is he going to be? Oh, he's right there. She loves me not. Interesting. Stone statue of veiled woman stands tall before you. She holds an old leather-bound book pressed tightly against her bosom. Lay a token. Lay a token at the statue's feet. You hear a voice echo in your mind. Others will always treat you in any which way you decide to let them. If you wish to be treated differently, then show them what behaviors you will and will not accept. You have paid tribute and received the blessing of wisdom. Decisions have been noted, the map has been made, and the sound of a door has been unlocked. Blah blah blah. And what do we got here? Wooden chest rests before you, locked and chained shut. 2 words. 2 words. Tell me the 2 words. Offensive and defensive. Defensive. The chain of the chest breaks with a loud metal clank. Contents of the chest are yours for the taking. You've acquired Iron Shield. You will live with your decision whether you like it or not. An old Iron Shield rests firmly in your grip. It's light yet sturdy, and seems like it would offer a fair bit of protection in one's time of need. Very interesting. I've never actually interacted with bees. Oops, no, I didn't mean to do that. The flames dance within the brazier. Light flickers and dims just to wildly reignite with every breeze or gust of wind passing. Alright, time to do these real quick. And then the next chamber will be the last chamber for today. You begin to read the questions from the journal. Make your answers. Would you consider yourself to be a gambler? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be a confident individual? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be more or less independent? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be attractive? Yes. If you could implant a microchip into your hand that would replace all handheld electronic devices that you currently use, and your hand would act as a substitute for anything and everything you could need in that regard, would you do it? Yes. Do you lie to people on a daily basis? No. Have you ever been afraid of suffocating? No. Have you ever been afraid of someone breaking into your home and harming your animals? Yes. Are you confident in your ability to defend yourself if needed? Yes. Would you fight against insurmountable odds in order to protect a stranger's life from others who sought to wrongfully do them harm? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be materialistic? No. No, not really. Do your friends often share a similar set of morals and values to your own? Yeah, I think so. Do your friends often share your same interests, dreams, and ambitions in life? No, they've got different things. If you can't beat them, join them. Do you agree with this expression? No. Do you believe in the idea of soulmates? Yes. Finish inking it. And... spooky! Alright. Now let's go into the final testing chamber for today. Did I do this? Yes, I did that. Okay, let's do left this time. Stand open the door with a handle. Let's open the door. Yes. Give it a heavy push. Boom! There we go. Paradise of the Damned. Woo! That's way different. The bright sunlight burns your eyes and causes a brief but blinding headache. Wow. Out of the darkness into the light. Enjoy the warmth while it lasts. The game has been saved. Tree has managed to survive the desert heat. It provides a relaxing shade underneath its branches and leaves. Nice. What do we got here? Beautiful green leaves grow brightly and healthily from the desert plant. Twinkling light radiates from the crystal object. Take the object. You reach out and grab the twinkling object. It appears to be an encrusted flower. Alright. And kaboom! There he is! Our big man king dude. The tree has seen better days and seems to be in desperate need of water. Okay. Is that a clue? Butterfly! Color it radiates is vibrant and pleasing to the eye. Begin to pull apart the wings of the butterfly and stuff them in a small wooden box. Hooray! I'm helping them. If we succumb to the harsh winter, we miss out on the beautiful sun that will warm us once again. Wonder what they're thinking right before they're brutally dissected. Do you think they're expecting it, Wanderer? Yeah. Do you think they know that their lives are about to be snuffed out of the sake of your own personal thirst for knowledge and wisdom? Well, I'm freeing their souls. Cactus! Desert cactus is covered in thick thorns. It's probably not wise to touch it. Fair enough. The plant offers what appears to be bright red, ripe, and sweet fruit of those hungry enough to take a bite. Let's take a bite. You bite eagerly into the fruit. The sweetness of juices flood your mouth and generates a delectable taste unlike anything you've ever eaten before. Nice. Kitty? You notice a small cat-like creature wandering about aimlessly. What would you like to do? Pet it. You reach down and inspect the tags that are securely fastened to the collar of the animal. It reads Foxy. Hello, Foxy. Give Foxy a gentle pat on the head. Meow. Hooray. Alright, what do we got here? A notice pinned to the bulletin board. It reads as follows. You don't have to stay, but you don't have to go. You could survive here forever. You at least deserve to know. The fruit of the safe to eat. The water is fresh as it can be. Choose to stick around. You'll be in good company. Okay. Neat. But I'm on a quest. The old well sits open in the hot desert sun. It appears to be functioning and equipped with the necessities to gather water. As you peer down the well, you see something reflecting the light of the darkness. What would you like to do? Begin to raise the bucket into the well upon the rope as a pulley. A lute! Oh. An old well sits there, appears to be functional. Alright, let's take a look at this lute, shall we? Solid gold lute has the name Johnny engraved in the neck. Okay. Neat. Very, very neat. Animal skin parchment. Alright, let's fill in the blank answers. And actually, I will do one more chamber. Because, Or maybe this is a good one to end on. I'm not sure. You begin to read the questions aloud, or whatever. Do you wish life could be free of drama? Yes. If you could leave your current life and live in paradise, would you do it? Yes. Would you ever live in a place where crime was commonplace and it was up to you to constantly have to defend yourself if need be? If I had the choice, no. If you discovered that when you were conceived, you were one of the 4 identical embryos who look, talk, and act just like you, would you ever want to meet with your other siblings? Yeah, probably would. Would you consider yourself to be the most honest person you know? Yeah. People are strange when you're a stranger. You agree? Yes. Do you believe that one should always stand for what they believe in regardless of the consequences? Yes. Have you ever caused someone to have a near-death experience? No, I don't think so. Would you play Russian roulette for a chance to win $10 million? If you win, you walk away with the money, but if you refuse to play, your net worth immediately becomes 0 and you lose everything you've ever worked for. Yes, I'd probably play. If I lose, I die, so it doesn't matter in the end, but... Are you oftentimes afraid of change? Not anymore. Do you suffer from pain on a daily basis? Physical, yes. Arthritis. Have you ever wished that you couldn't feel pain at all? Yeah, for sure. If you could grow wings and fly far away, would you? No. Do you ever feel invisible to the world? No. If the things you owned and what you purchased had no bearing on what people thought of you, would you choose to spend your money differently? No. You finish thinking your final answers? And wait a minute. Skura-purr-to-brr. It's a skura-purr-to-brr. And let's take a look at this. A winged totem stands tall before you. The orb made of crystal absorbs sunlight and produces an incredible amount of heat, glistening and gleaming brightly. What would you like to do? Let's peer into it. You gaze upon the orb and peer deeply into the glass. Something beneath the orb glimmers in the sunlight. You receive a wisdom token. Things have been noted. Kind of a door unlocking is in the distance. Nice. The sun or sunlight, heat. Last chamber. Before you stands an old wooden door. Yes. Give the wooden door a heavy push. A return to madness. And we're back in the thick of it. You find yourself back in the cold depths of the long-forgotten chambers once more. And into darkness. You shall return. Nice. Okay, game saved. And clock. Old dusty clock sits on the wall. The case of the clock has minor scorch marks as if someone had briefly attempted to burn it. The hand of the clock has stopped and frozen on 12:22. Okay. Interesting. Ooh. The decrepit leather chair sits in front of the cracked wooden table. In the seat of the chair rests a pool of blood. It seems fresh and tacky, as if someone injured sat there just recently. Clay pot with an assortment of flowers rests on the table. After inspecting the coagulated soil, it seems as though the flowers are being watered with blood. Interesting. Worm writhe and wriggle between the dirt of the bloody flower stems. They seem to be feeding on chunks of flesh and bone within the soil itself. What do we got going on? Ooh, what's this? Flower pot sits on a wooden table. The flower pot seems tilted slightly as if it's on top of something and providing a lack of balance. Let's look under the flower pot. You lift the flower pot and slightly and inspect underneath. A small coin is wedged underneath the pot, making it uneven on the table. We got another wisdom coin. Hey, there we go. Oh, butterfly. Small butterfly flutters near you. It's covered in soil. What would you like to do? Give me the wings. I'm going to free all your souls. You begin to pull apart the wings of the butterfly and stuff them into a small wooden lockbox. Acquired butterfly wings. Things get easier, my dear. Though we do get strong. Monsters roam these halls, wanderer. Has a thought crossed your mind that you just might be one of them? Stop judging me. Alright, let's get this pedal. We'll do wisdom, do the notebook, and then we're out of here. Where's he gonna pop up? Let's take a guess. Right behind me. She loves me not. Okay, I believe you. Sensational Villain says, oh, her fingers are caked in wet soil and a pile of worms rest at her feet. Let's lay the token at the feet of the statue. You lay the token at the statue's feet and you hear a voice echo in your mind. The grass isn't always greener on the other side. The grass is greener wherever you decide to water it. Interesting play on that quote. I've never thought about it that way. Alright, decisions have been noted. Marks have been left. Sound of a door has been unlocked in the distance. That's happened twice. Weird. The old journal made from thick animal skin parchment sits atop the wooden table. There's a list of questions with blank spaces for answers to be written. I also want to try something with that treasure map. I want to see if I can actually look at it. Would you consider yourself to have a chaotic personality? Yeah. Would you consider yourself to be a passionate person? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be a gentle soul? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be kind? Yes. To your knowledge, has anyone ever hated you? I don't think so. Have you ever truly hated someone else? No. Forgive but never forget. Do you agree? Yes. Everything happens for a reason. Do you agree with this statement? Yeah. Do you believe that war is sometimes necessary? Yeah, sometimes. You can't have peace without chaos. And you can't have chaos without peace. If your mother was in terrible pain, bedridden, and only weeks from an inevitable death, and she begged you to end her suffering, would you find a way to assist in her suicide? Probably. Do you ever take a step back to reflect on where you're headed in life? Yeah. Have you ever experienced what most would consider a severe bout of rage? No. I'm not an angry person. Would you consider yourself to be a good judge of character? Yeah. Do you ever feel uneasy for no particular reason? Yeah. It's anxiety disorders. They do that. Do you have any long-term goals? And if so, do you have a plan in place in order to accomplish them? Yes. Finished inking it. And for one final time today... and we've got the page. Steps have been noted, mark has been left. And it sounds like another door unlocked somewhere. Was there anything else in here? Anything else? Oh, I wanted to see if I could, do something with the, treasure map. Nope. Alright then. And what was the last one I went through? I don't remember, so let's just choose the right one. Yes. A silent prayer. Okay, we'll read what's left here, and then we will end the video! For the first time since wandering these halls and chambers, you get a sense of peace from being in this room. That's a good place to stop. Yeah, I think so. Awesome. Okay. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please hit the like button and subscribe for more. Also ring that bell so you know when I'm uploading. Although, you kind of already know that because I upload every day. On a very consistent basis, at least to my knowledge. Sometimes it's a little late, but you know, it's cool. Anyway, leave a comment down below on what you think so far. I want to hear your guys' theories and on what's going on and what's happening next and all that. I'm really into what's going on in this game, and I can't wait to play more tomorrow and share it with you guys. Alright. Anyways, my name is Hugo Griffin. You have an artful day, everybody. Bye-bye!